Good morning, happy Wednesday. It is 7:20. We have already done the dog walk. We fed the dogs. Only Peggy has eaten so far. It's a bit cooler today. It's been raining overnight. 16 degrees today, so that's perfect for us. I thought I'd just have a bit of me time with the walk this morning. They've brought another couple of things out in Pokemon Go today, so I've been playing the, I think it's 9-year anniversary event. Done that this morning, and I've listened to some podcasts. The podcasts I've listened to this morning have been about the mushroom poisoning trial in Australia. If anyone else is following that, then let me know because I'm really into it. So what I intended to do this morning is show you a little recipe. I've probably done it before on the channel, but I thought I'd do it again. It's just on a daily vlog. It's based on sort of Slimming World measurements, so it might be a little bit too much. But maybe you could suggest how I could reduce the recipe to suit a smaller appetite. Or maybe, you know, it's just a breakfast that I have when I'm feeling a little bit more hungry. But I am going to make microwave baked oats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the calories, weigh out the stuff, and once I'm actually started with the recipe, I'll come back to you. So remember, it's a while since I've done this kind of thing, so be kind. But what you will need is 40 grams of plain rolled oats. Mine are Asda Scottish rolled oats. So that's 40 grams of oats. Then you'll need a small to medium egg. This is a fresh egg. I've just weighed it, it's 50 grams. That goes straight in. Then, so for the first time since starting Mounjaro, I think I'm having a Muller Light, and I'm actually quite impressed. It's got 8.6 grams of protein, so that's a little bit better than I thought. So this is smooth toffee flavour. You can use any flavour you like, fruity ones, plain ones, or any other yoghurt that you use. Like I said yesterday, or whenever I said it, I don't think a protein yoghurt would work in these kind of recipes because you need the slightly looser consistency. So I usually use the toffee or the banana and custard. Let's just zero the scales. So you'll be using the whole of the yoghurt eventually, but in the actual recipe you need to add at first about half, about 50 grams. Okay, let's go for 40, that looks okay, 44. So I've calorie counted for the whole of the yoghurt because we will use it. And then I've got my Arla Bob milk. Oh, actually, I've not put the milk in the recipe. Remind me in a minute. So, just a dash to start with, 30 grams. And now, depending on your sweet tooth, the Muller yogurts are quite sweet. Or if you use a plain yoghurt, you might need a little bit of sweetener. So you can use your granulated sweetener, or you can use sugar-free coffee syrup. I suppose it doesn't have to be sugar-free now if you're just calorie counting. 0 calorie Skinny Food Company English toffee syrup, just like a little dash of that. Now you might not need that if you haven't got a sweet tooth. You might not want to add it, or you might want to use granulated sweetener instead. So give that a really good stir. And that, for me, is just the right consistency. It's really hard for me to show you. So it should be like quite liquidy. It should be a little bit looser than cake batter. No lumps apart from the oat lumps. Now, if you want to, you can use a blender or a grinder or whatever to blend your oats, and that is acceptable even on Slimming World. So what I'm going to do now is put this in the microwave for 1 minute. Right, remind me I need to add the milk to that recipe. While we're here, I'm just going to make my coffee. I have made on NutriCheck, I have made what they call a meal out of the ingredients I use to make coffee. So all I have to do is each time I have a coffee, I can add one thing, which is I've called coffee. And it's not as onerous as adding 3 or 4 ingredients for one thing. So I usually have 70 ml of this bob milk in each coffee, 2 sweeteners, and a little squirt of the coffee syrup again. It's nearly at the end, so there's not much coming out. So your first minute is done. Just give it a little shake like this, and then there's still like, it's still damp in the middle, it's not set. So back in for another minute. I hope you can hear me over the microwave. I would normally put the kettle on now, but I'm not going to have the kettle on as well. And then we get some fruit to serve at the side. So of course, now I'm on NutriCheck, I need to weigh my berries. Just try to zero the scales. There we go. Right. So 30 grams of blueberries. Of course, this won't matter too much because it's very minimal calories. So don't worry too much. And of course they go all over the side. Did you see that? I'll just finish this fruit bit and we'll go back to the microwave in a minute. These are still the reduced raspberries that I got from Sainsbury's. 30 grams of raspberries, and get a couple of strawberries. I've got a nice big one there and a small one. I'm not going to weigh them yet because I'm just going to cut the tops off. 1 second. Oh, just put them in there for now. And that is 50 grams of strawberries. So 30 of blueberries and raspberries and 50 of strawberries. And just cut them up. Or you don't have to cut them up, you can eat them whole, however you like. And shove that in as well. Right. You can see that is set and it's come away from the sides. I don't know if you heard that. I'm going to just put it in for another 30 seconds and then I'll just stop the camera, make my coffee, and then I'll come back. Sorry, I probably should have said, in case there's anybody visually impaired watching, that I have made the mixture in a Pyrex jug, and that goes in the microwave. So you can use a cup, like a mug cake, or one of these little plastic things that you can get from Home Bargains, and like a plastic prep tub container. I used to make it straight in my breakfast bowl, but I don't particularly like that. I like to do it in the Pyrex jug. So you can see that it's really set and it's come away from the sides. Now you might like it less set. You might like to, you can cook it a little bit in advance as well if you want, and just leave it and then eat it when you're ready. But the purpose of doing it in the microwave instead of cooking it or whatever is that in the oven or the air fryer is that it's a quick breakfast. Obviously it's quicker when you're not filming. So let me know what you think to that recipe. I will turn you around and show you and tell you the calories. So we're doing well for time this morning, that's good. So here's my microwave baked oats. It's quite hot, so be careful. That's what it looks like inside. And then I will top it off with the other half of this Muller yoghurt, all on the top, a bit like custard. Got my coffee, and if it's like a cold winter's day, you can put everything together and put it back in the microwave just for 10 to 20 seconds just to warm everything through. Or if you're using frozen berries and you need to defrost your berries. And sorry, I've got low battery on the phone, so keep having to put the code in. It is, together with the coffee, 380 calories. So it'll be interesting to see if I can eat all of this, but I'll definitely enjoy it. Let me know if you make it, and I'll see you again soon. You're propped up on my breakfast bowl because I need my hands for this. I thought I was doing well this morning, but I've remembered that I need to fill up my pill popper. I don't know what you call it. What do you call these? A thing that you put your pills in for each day. I have got to that age where I need to put my pills, medication for the day, into a pill popper. That's what I call it anyway. So every day I take one antihistamine. Obviously, as we get later into the year, into the winter, I might not need these, but it's, what is it, 3rd, 4th of July? Let's have a look. 2nd of July. I still feel like I need them at the moment. And I've been taking these daily, antihistamine, for a good while, since like March or April. And I've been much better this year with my hay fever symptoms. So let's get those in. And so we'll just do those quickly. Looking at the time. I mean the time on the video, not the time on the clock. Although we're at 10 to 8 now. And then the second thing I'm taking, which is annoying me because I can't find the bottle that I showed you on Thursday that still had a few in. But I did pick up some more from Home Bargains. It's this psyllium husk. So this is fibre, and obviously it's for to help with your bowel movements, to boost them. So this particular one is 2 a day. Please do your own research and check the micrograms, what it says on the back of the tablets. Each one has a different microgram, each bottle, each brand, and a different recommended intake. Now, I'm not quite sure what the recommended intake is. I just buy a good strong one. They're not cheap, and I follow the instructions. Sometimes it's 1 a day, sometimes it's 2 a day. But like I did see one in Home Bargains that was 6 a day, and I thought that was going to be no good for me. So I'm going to put 2 of these in, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to do a quick symptom check up with you. I am feeling really well and really good at the moment. The headache that I had over a couple of days has gone. I'm not feeling as tired. And I'm feeling well in the digestion department as well. As I've said, I've got no complaints with my bowel movements. I'm happy with how they are. Whether it's these that are helping, like I said on one of my videos before, I've been taking some kind of psyllium husk since last October, because I started it when I went back to Slimming World last October, and they've helped me so much. I had no problems when I went on holiday to the Lake District, which is when we usually get a bit backed up because of the change in the water. And so I'm really impressed with those. Right, I'm going to take today's now. And I've not had that feeling in my sort of upper chest or throat for a couple of days. So I think I'm not sort of sensitive to Mounjaro. I've had the appetite suppression, definitely. My portions have reduced. And perhaps my sweet tooth is reducing a little bit, because there are 2 things that I've eaten that I found to be overly sweet. So that's gone. Let's get some soaps on or something to watch and eat my breakfast. It is 1:45. I did find that breakfast very filling, and I must admit I do have a little bit of burps, so not quite sure if I'm going to be having that again, but I do really always enjoy that breakfast. The microwave baked oats. The thing is, with making a smaller recipe, you can't very easily split an egg, can you? So all I've had this morning is a cup of tea, and I didn't have it until about 11:10. But I tell you what, a small cup of tea as well, not my big mug. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the feeling of not wanting anything with it or not needing anything with it, because in this house we're very much of the thing that you have a drink, you have something with it. So I just enjoyed it. I did find it quite sweet though. Rooibos tea is sweeter than normal tea, and I normally have 2 sweeteners and a dash of milk. Say, I think I weighed it and it was like 20ml what I added, 20ml of milk. So maybe that might be changing. I might be able to cut down on the sweetener and the sugar-free syrup and things like that. So that's all positive. But I'll turn you around now and show you my lunch. I will warn you, there is not going to be a calorie total at the end at the moment. So yeah, 10:01, I'm ready for some lunch, and I've got about 100 grams of salad, with some of the, sorry, I've put it away, the Aldi house style dressing, I think it's called. And then I've got my own homemade Slimming World recipe crustless quiche. So it's salmon, quark, 20 grams of light cheese will be in there, eggs, broccoli, seasonings and tomatoes on the top to decorate. Now I will at some point, hopefully, what was I going to say, like hopefully put write all the ingredients down and work out the calories. The only thing I can't remember for this specific quiche is how much salmon I used, which is of course the most calorific element probably, maybe apart from the cheese. But anyway, what I've got here, I've got a few strawberries as well, is about 120 calories apart from the quiche. So I'm hoping it doesn't take me too much above 500, but I can't say at the moment because I haven't had time to work it all out and I've got a Diet Coke. But we know it's healthy eating, we know it's not going to be mad on the calories, so we're just going to try and eat it and enjoy it. Right, it's 6:05. 5:26, sorry. I'm not tired, but it's been a long day. And I'm not going to try and talk much because the wind will be bad, but I'm just taking a couple of minutes vlog to prove that we are out on the walk. There's Charlie and there's Peggy. And this is a field in one of the villages near me. But we're losing at least part of it to houses. So how long we'll have it, I don't know. I've got stuff to tell you about what's happening tomorrow, but I think what I'll do is I'll do a clip later on because I'll probably lose half the dialogue in the wind. And I just need a bit of downtime just to myself after an afternoon at work. Oh. They know where they're going, we've been here many a time. Right, it's 7:30, we are back from the walk. I'm not too hungry, I've got a very slight bit of reflux, maybe from the coffee I had this afternoon. If I haven't already said, all I had this afternoon was a large coffee like what I had at breakfast. But anyway, I'm going to warm this up. It's a chicken roast dinner. So we've got a bit of, it looks smaller than it is because it's on a big plate. But we've got 120 grams of chicken, some mixed veg, broccoli, cauliflower and carrots, and about 5 roast potatoes that Andrew's done in the air fryer, a counter for the oil, and some chicken gravy made from granules, which I've also counted, a Vimto no added sugar, and it's about 335 calories. So it is 20 to 10, and there's a reason I haven't checked in before, but I need to tell you this first before I forget. I'm finishing off the day just with a sleep tea. I really don't want anything with it. I've had a slight bit of reflux today, so I'll maybe have a look tomorrow for some Gaviscon or similar. Oh, that's hot. So I'm ending the day on 1,133 calories and 11,400 steps. But what I need to tell you is, I think I've mentioned it, but today is Wednesday and tomorrow, Thursday, I'm going into the office for my first office day. Well, it's likely this is going to be about twice a year, possibly in Newcastle or London. But tomorrow it's Newcastle. So I'm going to wear my dress and my sandals. So, I mean, I've had a shower, not necessarily for this, because obviously I would have a shower anyway, but I've had a shower, I've shaved my legs, I've massaged, I've moisturised my feet, etc, etc. So that's why I've not been on. And tomorrow they're paying for lunch and they're taking us to a meze place, M-E-Z-Z-E. Sorry, I haven't looked how to pronounce it properly. So it's going to be a bit of a fly by the seat of my pants day tomorrow, and I'll need to get something for like an evening meal as well and eat it on the train coming back, because the trains take about 2 hours. So it's going to be sort of an eating out day tomorrow, so that will be interesting. And obviously the meze restaurant that we're going to is not on NutriCheck, so I'm just going to have to do my best to find something similar to give me an idea. But then I'll go to Marks and Spencer's or Boots or somewhere and buy a sandwich, etc. So that's my plan. I'm quite tired. I'm going to try not to stop up for very long. You will still have a vlog tomorrow, but obviously I'm a couple of days behind. So I don't know when you'll actually see this, but it will go up at some point. So I'm just going to quickly do my screen recording now. Wish me luck for tomorrow. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not letting myself think about it too much. I don't know if any of you saw my social media, but it's a new job. It's the same type of job, but it's for a different firm. So I've been there coming up to, well, 3 months at the end of June. So yeah, it's a lot of firsts tomorrow. So good night, everyone. I hope this cooler weather has suited you all and you're not missing the sun and the heat too much. And I'll catch you tomorrow.